Welcome back to the Yard Dad. Guess what we're doing today? More summer lawn fertilization. Basically in the summertime, typically, because I have cool season grass, I do not want to be running a bunch of nitrogen onto my yard right now. Even warm season right now, you do not need to be pushing too much nitrogen at this time. This is a little bit later in the summer too, so you're just gonna stress the lawn more and it's not gonna use what you're putting down, so you'll just be wasting product. With the slight potential of burning your lawn too. Cool season, what would burn your lawn would not be putting down too much nitrogen. As long as it's not concentrated in one spot, you're not gonna burn your lawn. Now, a little bit different when it comes to spraying weed control stuff, especially broadleaf. If you're out spot spraying right now, do it in the early morning. Definitely recommend that you do that early morning or late, because most of them, especially for cool season grass, I use dimension at this time of year for my weed prevention, and we'll go over that in a little bit. Dimension is where it's at because of the heat. Now, back to the fertilizers. Sorry, getting a little sidetracked. We'll talk about dimension at the end. My number one thing that I use at this time of year, fertilizer-wise, is just micronutrients. That's all I'm trying to get down, is just micro. Now, iron, I'm gonna give you some facts about iron right now. Now you know a little bit about iron, micronutrient. But for any product that I'm running in the summer, fertilizer-wise, I'm usually just using micronutrients. I'll get some facts up about that as well. The iron that I use in the summertime is just one that you can mix with water and spray, so it's soluble. This one specifically, this one's Simple Lawn Solutions. It's a 0.75 for nitrogen. That's great. Even if that was like a 6 or a 7, I would still be okay with putting it down just because of my area. In the morning here, it's like 50 degrees in the morning. By the afternoon, it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So, you know, like that's a huge change. I'm not afraid to run just a little bit of nitrogen mixed with my iron. This is basically just micronutrient, just iron. That's typically what I look for. It doesn't matter if it's Simple Lawn Solutions or 50 million other products. Just make sure that it's zeros. That's what you're looking for. Now, this one I think is 6%. That's typical. The other thing that I do summer lawn fertilizer wise is I use stress relief products like sea kelp. I'll put some more facts about that. I've covered that in my other videos too. Here's some more facts about sea kelp. Now, another thing that I do add to my summer lawn fertilization schedule is I like to always put down a pre/post-emergent. The pre-post-emergent that I use is called Dimension. I'm gonna go mow my grass high right now. Here's some facts about why I do that. Then we'll be putting down the pre/post-emergent Dimension. 2 days from now, I will be putting down the iron. It's just not in my schedule yet. The Dimension came up. Let's get the mowing. I'll see you back here in a second, and we'll go over everything you need to know about Dimension. Let's go. mowed high, got that done. I only did that one side in the front because in the other side the dry spots are still filling in. But I cut the sidewalk strip over here and you can see it's almost done. So we'll leave that one. And then over here in the front, looking good. And I just noticed like one little weed or something over here, but looking really, really nice. And again, my property line is right there. But, yeah. All right, so, whoa, as I knock everything over in here. So what's really important about summer lawn fertilization is it's not just about the fertilization, but it's also getting down stuff such as this bag of Dimension right here. Now, go ahead and throw some facts up about that for you. Awesome. Now you are a pre and post-emergent pro. So all of that I do is I apply this 3 times a season. I apply it in the spring, the summer, and of course the fall. I always use Dimension unless if I'm seeding, then I might go for something, say like Tenacity. I don't recommend using Tenacity or anything just for general purpose weed prevention, and it's a little bit too strong for that. I do have a video that you can watch about that, and I'll make an updated one here soon about it and some other ones that are kind of similar. Dimension, prodiamine, pre-emergent. You do not see any weeds at all. You could get away with prodiamine. Of course, if you see like 1 or 2 little tiny weeds, go with the Dimension. I really like Dimension. I've used both. The Dimension seems to work great for whatever's going on in my yard. Totally recommend it. We're gonna get this down right now. So tomorrow, what I'm gonna do is in the morning, my sprinkler system will come on early in the morning and it will activate this. This will soak in. Afternoon, once it's dry, around tomorrow evening, kind of the same time as right now, I'll come back and then I'll put down my micronutrients, which will probably just be iron. I'll just be putting this Dimension down and then we'll wrap up the video. Let's go. All right, well, that's everything for today, or for this evening. I hope you learned about micronutrients, about what I use for summer lawn fertilization. Of course, your heat prevention. Yeah, mow high, keep mowing high, and your lawn's gonna stay green. And make sure you get those pre and post emergents down every season. At least do it 3 times. Do it in the spring, in the summer, if you're not going to do it in the fall, whatever. Definitely recommend adding that into your summer fertilization schedule or whatever you're going by. Add it in there, get that down. It's really going to help your lawn a lot. That Dimension, it's never let me down. Never, never, never let me down. There was like one thing in the mulch bed one time, and I put a bunch of that stuff in the mulch bed, and I used to use like preen in the mulch bed. That took care of it. So it's really good stuff. If you do need to use a broadleaf, just do it real late at night or real early in the morning and you should be fine. Look out for my next video. I'll do a video on weed prevention. I still need to do the rest of the yard. The backyard's still growing in. These spots are about to fill in, so I'll be mowing that spot maybe here in about 3 days, something like that. And then, yeah, and then I'll release that video. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Let me know in the comments what type of weed prevention you use and what you use as your summer fertilization. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching The Yard, Dan.